Provenance, noun, the place where something originally comes from. Welcome to Provenance. It's Shantell and we are in my archive. This is where I dig deep into some past work, some past drawings, some past objects, some past product, and I tell you a little bit about the origin of it and where it was from and perhaps how it was made. So today, in today's episode, I'm going to pull out a random box and just see what's inside and talk to you about some of those products or objects or artworks that might be inside. So follow me over here. Okay, I'm kind of slowly running out of room here, but okay, so this is box Q. Let's pull this out. It's quite heavy. Probably weighs about 25 pounds, maybe a bit more. Okay, let me turn this around this way. Okay, so I have no idea what's in here, but let's see. Maybe it's something fun. Maybe it's something not fun. All right. Okay, so box Q looks like a lot of random stuff. Okay, so what are we going to pull out first? All right, so let's pull out one of these. This is the first item that I grabbed. This is P096. So P for me stands for product. So product is sneakers, clothing, playing cards, key tags, candles, anything that's been produced and sold as a multiple. So it's not, you know, it's not a one of one, it's probably a limited edition or an open edition. Okay, so let's open this up. Okay, I know what this is. Okay, so this is a hoodie with a design on it. And the hoodie itself is, you know, it's on a nice champion hoodie. And so let's have a look at the design here. So this is from an original drawing on paper, and it was created for Cardi Kloss's program or institution called Code with Klossy. And Code with Klossy brings access to coding to young women out there in the world. So if you're a young woman that's interested in coding or programming, learning more about computers, Cardi Kloss has an incredible program, an incredible organization that helps bring coding to young women. And so that's why we have code is written with a K instead of a C as a reference to Klossy, Cardi Kloss, and coding. And so we have the word code and more. And then we have a bird. And as you know, a bird represents freedom and creativity. And then here we have kind of coding characters that you might put on a keyboard or you might be typing. So they almost feel like just like drawn marks, but they're actually kind of coding characters there. Then we have a little stick figure, and the stick figure is holding everything up. This stick figure is holding the structural integrity of the drawing. And I believe that this was made in 2019, that's a guess. So we made this in 2019 and we made a limited edition of these that sold really quickly and helped to support Code with Klossy. So that's a really fun item. Let's pack that up. Okay, so that was P096. Bam. I guess this is almost like, what do you call it? We did this last time, like a quickfire.
Yeah.
Yeah, a mystery box, quickfire. I'm kind of reaching down because I see one of these. This is pretty cool. It has a number too. It says P065. So if you remember P065, the P stands for product and the number is, you know, the number in the inventory system. And so if you go back to some earlier episodes, I talk a little bit about my inventory system. I use a system called ArtLogic where I kind of log everything and it tells me the location of it. But let's pull out this item and talk about this. So, it's funny actually, he also has the word code. Unrelated but related, this is a notebook that was created for a shop or a store called This Is Story. And This Is Story is a really clever, really smart, really well-designed store that creates its whole product around a theme. And those themes rotate and they change. And there was a theme for Mr. Robot. So when Mr. Robot came out, This Is Story, it's a shop in New York, they did a whole store takeover around Mr. Robot. And so I created a design inspired by Mr. Robot, the TV show about the kid that's coding and gonna kind of take over the world. And so in this, you can just about make out some of the words, but that's why we have code, we have power, we have the word why, we have take action, build more, disrupt more, hack, take action again. So that's why there are, you know, kind of these words, SEO equals you, who knew, build, move, disrupt. If you've seen Mr. Robot, you might understand how some of those words fit in. So I did multiple products for this project. I did, oh yeah, and there we go. If we can see that, you have the story and the Mr. Robot. There was a jacket, there was a notebook, there were coasters, there were socks, and there was even a hat. I think the hat's in here too. Let's pull this out. Okay, so P068, and this was a hat with the same design. So this is pretty cool. There's not that many of these out there in the world, but I've got too much hair to wear this, but it's a pretty cool hat. So that's that. That's P068. I'm going to put this back in here. Oh, back in there. See, that's the thing. It's easy to take these things out. It's a little harder to put them all back. And as you can see, this one has a nice courtesy tab. So that's great. So that means that will go back nicely like that. I love courtesy tabs. Okay, so let's put that back. Let's see what else. Maybe we'll pull one more thing out from in here. Okay, this is a nice blast from the past. Okay, so P069. It looks like a t-shirt. Let's open this up. Courtesy tags. Okay, so this is a t-shirt. It's printed on a alternative tee, and it has here a little kind of print that says the Wife Hotel, number 8, Wife Ave, Brooklyn, Williamsburg. So this is a project with the Wife Hotel, a hotel in Williamsburg, and it says Pride 2014. So that's what, 7 years ago? Shantell Martin. So in 2014, I didn't have a logo, and I would handwrite my name whenever there was a project. It says hashtag wear alternative. I also see we are alternative. I think that's also nice, but it actually says wear alternative. So if I open it up, it's a nice t-shirt that says RUU. And so this is a t-shirt that was created for Pride 2014. And I believe that we gave them out to a lucky bunch of people. I still have a couple of these that I still wear now. You know, it's on a really nice quality material. I've wanted to make more RUU t-shirts kind of recently. It's just hard to find good t-shirts to print on. It's hard to find kind of the time to ship them out once you buy them all. But I will, you know, if there's enough of you that would like a RUU t-shirt, maybe I'll start making them again. But you know, this is back from 2014, and yeah, I miss making these. I miss seeing people out there in the world. And the funny thing with wearing the RUU t-shirts is that I walk down the streets and people say RUU, and so it creates some like nice interaction there. So t-shirts is something that I've been making for a long time. I think it's a really accessible, nice way to put your message and have it carried out there in the world. So I've always enjoyed making t-shirts. Right, let's dig back in. Okay, this is nice. All right, so PO70. Got some courtesy tags here. I don't know if I need to take them all off. So this is obviously it's a bag, it's a tote bag. And as you can see, the label here is in Japanese. And it also has the price. It's 23,000 yen, which I think is maybe a couple of $100 US. So this is a tote bag that was designed and created in 2016. And it was designed and made for a Japanese brand called United Arrows. So United Arrows is like a pretty cool clothing store. And they have a department or a section or a division in United Arrows called Beauty and Youth. And so this was a part of the Beauty and Youth collection in Japan back in 2016, where I did original shirts, original hand-drawn shirts and tote bags. So as you can see, it's good size, can fit lots of good things in. Let's have a look at the design itself. So for this one in particular, I created an original drawing, and then we took that original drawing and created this print. And so that was one of those projects where I sold the original drawing to the client, but then I also sold them the licensing or the ability to take that drawing and apply it to products. You can also see this is a mixture of the original drawing and the words or the phrase RUU. So as you can see, this is a phrase now that I've been using for many, many years that pops up in different ways. So I think ultimately this is a really nicely shaped canvas bag. It's 100% cotton, made in Japan, produced in Japan, sold in Japan. So this is something that you wouldn't have found in the US, or you wouldn't have found it in the UK. You could only buy this in Japan back in 2016 for a select amount of time. So this is the kind of thing where, you know, I've only had one of them, and so I've put it as a sample in the archive versus using it. But you know, maybe one day I might take this out and use it for myself as an actual bag. Okay, so that's that PO70.